Now on Nightside, breaking news from Medical Lake to Elk to Winona. We are tracking several wildfires devastating our region tonight. We're committed to keeping you safe, and we'll let you know what is important and urgent.
The gusty winds that were driving those fires have eased, but now the air quality is plummeting across the entire region. I'll let you know what firefighters will be facing this weekend.
And we continue to follow this breaking news on those wildfires burning in eastern Washington tonight. Thousands of people forced to leave their homes that have burned, and at least one person who died because of a fast-moving wildfire near Medical Lake. Thank you for staying up with us, and thank you for staying with us today. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office, along with the incident commander on the Gray Fire, as it's being called, have confirmed one death, saying that that person was found near Waterfront Park outside near a vehicle. And the danger is not over tonight. We are looking now at where people are still being told to leave near Medical Lake. The area shaded in red on your screen, you can see it has expanded. In just the last few minutes, more orders have been added for an area south of Medical Lake. People in the yellow box there on your screen need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. All evacuations for the city of Cheney have been canceled. The evacuation center for the Gray Fire has been moved from Cheney High School to Spokane Falls Community College. Now let's give you a look at the latest road closures. If you take a look, this is according to WashDOT. Now, it's kind of confusing when you look at these maps and all of the road closures, but Interstate 90 remains closed between the Tyler and Highway 904 interchange, then the Highway 2 interchange in Spokane. Highway 902 is completely shut down now. That's why it's red on your screen. And Highway 904 is closed between Cheney Spokane Road and I-90. The westbound side of I-90 is using Highway 2 through Reardon to connect south on Highway 231 to Sprague, and that gets you back to I-90. So there are several detours in place. Check KXLY.com for more information on these detours tonight. But if you do not need to be in the area, fire crews are asking you to stay out of it and leave these roads open for the emergency managers who need to get the people and the pets and all of the areas that are under these evacuation orders out of those areas. We have team coverage tonight on this breaking story. Let's begin with Bronte Sorotsky, who is live near Medical Lake. Bronte?
Yeah, Kirsten, I'm right by the Medical Lake interchange. We have moved. It's really dark now, so it's hard to see the smoke, but you can smell it out here. I'm here with Eric Keller with DNR. Thank you so much for staying with us throughout this. We're just looking, the latest updates, especially as people are, trying to drive to safety. We're talking about what to know if you're trying to evacuate still.
So right now, I-90 is closed in both directions, at least from the interchange here to Salnave Road. So you're going to have to follow the detour signs. The highway's closed because we have active fire on both sides. Some of the guardrails are on fire, etc. So we want to make sure that people are safe, and driving through there tonight's just not a safe factor.
Yeah, definitely. And I was able to go through I-90 earlier. Another DNR person took me through, and you could see the damage. You could see fires burning. It was smoke filled the air. I mean, it was a scary sight for sure. And another thing we talked about, the winds picking up. What factor is that going to be tonight as crews continue to work on this fire?
So just like everything else, if the wind is moving the fire, it becomes a lot more dangerous, a lot more hard to control, especially at night when you can't see what's going on or in the ground you haven't seen. So we want to make sure that all the crews are safe. So we have crews on fire all night long trying to gain ground and get more containment, but right now it's 0% contained, and about 3,000 acres is an estimate.
Well, we appreciate all that you guys are doing to keep everyone safe, and we are going to keep you guys updated throughout this continuously, also throughout the weekend, and we'll just keep you up to date with the latest updates. For now, reporting live near Medical Lake, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Bronte, thank you. One of our photographers took this photo at Granite Lake around 5 o'clock tonight. In it, you can see the flames getting closer to this home. And now watch. Just a few moments later, the whole area was engulfed in flames. Now, this is just one of at least 3 homes that our Natalie Grant saw burn as she was covering this fire tonight. She joins us now live from downtown Cheney. And Natalie, what are you seeing at this hour from Cheney?
Well, Kirsten, I'm here in downtown Cheney, where, as you can see behind me, there's quite a lot of traffic coming through First Street here. A lot of the traffic from I-90 has been detoured through the city of Cheney here, so things are really stop and go. Lots of trucks that you would normally see on a highway coming through this town here. But, and as a reminder, as you mentioned, there are no evacuations currently in place for Cheney. Earlier today, there was level 1s, but those have since been downgraded. Now, it's been a very long day for a lot of people, and of course, as Eric Keller mentioned, a long night ahead for a lot of these people who are still fighting this fire. But let's take a look at some of the damage that we witnessed with our own eyes today. Take a look at this video. This was taken from South Granite Lake Road, overlooking I-90 and Granite Lake itself. Here is where we saw at least 3 fires go up into flames, and even watching it alongside of people who lived on Granite Lake. And it was a very emotional scene for some people. There were hugs shared and tears shed by many as they watched the fire put up these black plumes of smoke that indicated that there were more structures burning over there. Looking at a map, dozens of homes were over in that Granite Lake area. We also saw neighbors helping neighbors today in many different situations. I spoke with Anthony Steffens and Julie Yielding at Cheney High School when it was set up for that evacuation center earlier today. They rescued more than a dozen animals out of their friend's home from Medical Lake, dropping everything that they had going on just to lend a hand.
We rescued 14 cats and 2 dogs out of our friend's house. We were within about 1,000 yards of the fire line.
Yeah.
We watched one house go up, and so we got out of there.
Anthony and Julie went on to say that they were the Red Cross volunteers at that shelter set up an area for animals that were evacuated today or maybe lost their homes. I saw dogs, cats, horses, you name it out there. And as you've been hearing all night, level 3 evacuations are still in place today. And we were sitting in some of that traffic that was coming towards Cheney, evacuating from the fire line today. And just based on that experience, I would say if you're in an evacuation area, go sooner rather than later so you don't get caught in a sticky situation. But Kirsten, I'll send things back to you in the studio.
A very busy live look from Cheney. Thank you, Natalie. Well, devastation and heartbreak in Medical Lake and the surrounding area tonight. As we just saw, homes have burned and the city has been evacuated. What you're looking at now are homes that once stood on Grant and Stanley in Medical Lake. Many of them now reduced to ash and rubble. Our Rania Kaur reports.
This is just one street corner of Medical Lake. Ashes are falling down from the sky, while many houses are still standing right here on Stanley and Grant. Just around the corner, a lot of homes have burned down.
I don't think it's hit yet, so it's just, yeah.
Fires where homes once stood on Stanley Drive and Grant Avenue. Growing up, Garrett Rolston can't help but remember the memories.
You know, growing up in this small town, having, you know, everyone knows each other. We're close-knit in this town, and it's a real unfortunate thing, especially here. You know, growing up, having some of the best 4th of July parties, and it's just an unfortunate thing.
While Rolston is grappling with what his hometown and now current home looks like, he also knows the road ahead.
I mean, there's nothing left, right? All their personal items, everything, their memories are unfortunately gone. I wanted to come back into town and make sure, you know, people are okay, didn't need help with anything. And here I am. It'll take time. People will come together. It's a great community.
In Medical Lake, Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Rania. Well, in just the last hour, another fire happening in Elk, north of Spokane, just expanded evacuation orders. Everyone in the area shaded in red on your screen is being asked to leave their homes, and everyone in the area shaded in yellow, again, this is near Elk. This is a different fire that we are looking at here. Needs to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. So things are rapidly changing when it comes to evacuation orders. In this video from our photojournalist journalist, you can see an Elk resident limping to an ambulance with burns as smoke from the fire was billowing into the sky there. Others were asking firefighters if they could pass through to get their animals or family members that had not yet evacuated. One woman says she could hear her dogs barking, but was told she wasn't allowed back up to her house. She was still able to find a way to save them all.
Animals are lives too, so to feel like we were told not to go, hey, evacuate, but don't evacuate to at least get your animals, I wasn't having it. So, someone could have been helping, take a few of us up where they told us it wasn't on fire yet to at least get the animals. But with the help of all of our neighbors, we found other ways to get up and through our property away from the fire and get all of our animals.
A shelter for evacuees in Elk is set up at Riverside High School tonight, and crews have ordered the community of Winona to evacuate because of yet another fire burning there. This is in Whitman County on the Palouse. Fire crews say it's grown to about 5,000 acres and is threatening cropland, rangeland, and structures. The Red Cross has an evacuation center open right now for people who are impacted by that fire in Winona. It is at the St. John and Endicott Elementary and Middle School right there in Endicott. The wildfires will continue to burn and certainly cause firefighting resources to run thin. Both local departments and the state tonight. Washington Commissioner of Public Lands posted this statement online saying, "My thoughts are with everyone in Medical Lake, Winona, Elk, and other communities impacted by today's wildfires. We have a long night ahead of us, but please keep yourselves safe, and we'll focus on bringing these fast-moving wildfires under control." Our chief meteorologist, Chris Crocker, is here with me. She's been with me for many hours today, and this has just been a tough day to see so many crews, so much devastation, and the winds are really what has driven much of the flames and caused so much damage.
And crews were so prepared because there have been fire weather watches and warnings throughout the week. This wind did not take anybody by surprise, but with such a critical fire weather conditions, it didn't take much for these fires to get out of control fast. Winds have died down, and they will no longer be much of an issue tonight, and it's going to be a much, much calmer day tomorrow. That is the good news. Winds around the region generally less than 10 miles per hour, just a few spots where it's a little more breezy. I want to show you the forecast winds starting tonight, still in the 8-mile-per-hour range down around Cheney, out at the airport at Fairchild Air Force Base, but they will become even lighter, even more calm through the night. Here's 7 a.m. and then not much of an uptick tomorrow. So we're taking most of the wind out of consideration for firefighters. What is still going to be an issue is I think the driest weather I have ever seen in my time here at 4 News Now. We had relative humidity values in the heat of the day in the low single digits in some locations, as low as 4% in Cheney. They are very, very low for this time of night, still in the teens, and it's going to be a very dry day again tomorrow. And then our air quality. Now, this smoke that has intruded the Spokane area, the Coeur d'Alene area, is not just from our local fires. We had a wind shift this evening coming from the north, and that is bringing wildfire smoke in from tremendous fires burning in British Columbia, and that is going to be something we're going to be battling through the weekend. Our air quality expected to stay in the unhealthy range Saturday and again on Sunday. It is going to be cooler tomorrow, a high temperature of 86 degrees. If you can get above the smoke, you'll see some sunshine. I'll be back with more good news for firefighters in the extended forecast in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Fire conditions continue to change by the minute. We're keeping things updated here and online. Be sure to download the 4 News Now app and turn on push notifications so we can send you the latest information on all of these fires straight to your phone. And if you need to evacuate, you can still stay up to date wherever you go.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks now since the Pac-12 was dwindled down to just 4 institutions, leaving Washington State on the outside looking in when it comes to major collegiate athletics. But today we got a better sense of what options the university is currently exploring. University President Kirk Schultz said in a sit-down conversation they have 3 routes as of right now. The first is the most obvious, the Mountain West Conference. The second takes the school out east to the American Athletic Conference. And the third is a merger of all 3 in what Schultz calls the Pac-X.
I think each of those we're pursuing in a parallel pathway, and we want to evaluate what's going to be best for WSU, what's going to be best for our student athletes, what's going to be a good academic and athletic fit. And I think one thing I want to remind everybody is also, we want to be in a position where we control our own destiny as an institution and are not dependent on anybody else. And we want to be in a conference in a place where we can win conference championships.
Now, we know the university will take some sort of financial hit as they were so reliant on that media rights deal in the Pac-12, but Schultz says it's still too early to tell what kind of impacts it's going to have on campus. Kirsten, send it back over to you.
Thank you, Alex. We are tracking that wildfire tearing through Medical Lake and the surrounding area tonight. We'll have the latest information right here for you after the break.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Set summer in motion with the most fun-to-drive Honda vehicles yet. Like the Civic, the vehicle car and driver called more fun to drive than the competition. And the HR-V, with sleek exterior styling and smooth, responsive handling. This summer, chase fun in the sun with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Despite the cape, Tom here has no actual superpowers. He just entered the Super Sevens giveaway at Northern Quest. Now he's got a shot at $77,777 this month and a Yukon Denali next month. So naturally, he feels super. And we're feeling lucky he's not in a full spandex bodysuit. The Super Sevens giveaway at Northern Quest. Get your free entries daily. Details at northernquest.com.
When occasional heartburn won't let you sleep, get fast relief with new Tums Plus Heartburn Plus Sleep Support. Love food back and fall asleep faster.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
It's a summer roundup. This week at Cal, over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low like a stampede of savings.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Trade up to a better set of wheels while you lower your monthly payment. Plus, special financing was brought in so you can get a fun new ride for summer.
And $44 down is all you need.
During the summer roundup this week at Cal.
4 News Now is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Thanks for staying up with us. We are tracking that wildfire tearing through Medical Lake and the surrounding area. Our Bronte Sorotsky is live near Medical Lake with the very latest. Bronte?
Yeah, guys, I've been out here all day, and this fire has just grown. One of the biggest places where I saw the most flames was along I-90. DNR was able to take me along there, and you can just see smoke everywhere. I could see flames. Definitely a very scary sight to have in our area. I-90 is closed in certain areas on the Highway 904 interchange and the Highway 2 interchange. So just something to keep in mind as you are trying to travel around this area and stay safe. We're going to keep you guys updated with all of the latest on this fire continuing into this weekend. For now, reporting live near Medical Lake, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Thank you so much, Bronte, for your hard work today. Here's a look at a time lapse of the gray fire from the station here in downtown Spokane. And throughout the day, the smoke was blowing right across the metro area. Many locations even had some ash from the fire coming into their property. Now watch the side of your screen here. That is the arrival of that Canadian smoke. I'll show you again. Those embers can be very dangerous too. Found them as far to the east as Valley Ford. Here comes that wall of smoke from Canada. And that's when our air quality went from good to very, very bad. It is in the unhealthy range for Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, but we are in the hazardous range up around Republic and Winthrop, and this smoke is moving to the south. Right now, our air quality in Spokane is 174. We're in the unhealthy range and will likely stay in the unhealthy range for most of the weekend. Our smoke forecast starting off at our current time, we're in that deep purple and red right on through most of Saturday, getting into the moderate range Saturday night potentially, but a lot of that will depend on the fire around Elk. I would expect that if you have problems with wildfire smoke, or really any of us, will be having an indoorsy type weekend with this smoke right on through Sunday. Now, there are some changes coming in our forecast. Here's a look. We'll be in the 80s this weekend. Monday, actually as early as late Sunday, we're bringing in some moisture and the possibility of some showers along with cooler air. It's from an unlikely source, the remnants of Hurricane Hillary. I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, tonight, major developments in the murder trial against Brian Kohberger, the man accused of stabbing 4 University of Idaho students to death in their off-campus home. Judge John Judge ruled late today that the trial will remain October 2nd, rejecting a motion from the defense to put this case on hold. Our Jordan Smith was in the courtroom. He joins us now.
Just 6 weeks from now, Brian Kohberger's trial is set to begin. In court on Friday, prosecutors and the defense gathered to address several issues on the docket, starting with the DNA that allegedly ties Kohberger to the crime scene. The defense argued that the state failed to hand over all of the DNA evidence in this case, including communications involving the FBI and Idaho State Police. They also pushed for more information on 3 other pieces of male DNA evidence found at the crime scene. Prosecutor Bill Thompson adamantly pushed back, saying they had turned over everything required of them. The conversations involving the federal government is outside their reach. Whether the FBI chooses to share that information is up to them. Thompson says the state has shared everything that they plan on using in the trial. Judge John Judge said he wasn't persuaded that there was a failure on behalf of the prosecution to provide evidence, and ultimately rejected the defense's motion to put a pause on this case. The trial is set to begin October 2nd. Jury selection will take place the week before. As few as 1,000 jurors are expected to be considered. In Moscow tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, including an entire city block full of used recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. Plus, all vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in with great financing options. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Back to school week with 4 News Now.
New facilities, new ways to learn, new schedules.
Join us for an in-depth look at what's happening inside our local schools this year. Watch Back to School Week.
Only on Good Morning Northwest.
Stop it, Robin.
The Tire Store for auto repairs, tires, and wheels. At the Tire Store, they'll let you split up your repair bill over a couple months. Get your car fixed today. ASC certified, and you can start an account with no credit check. Tire
Store. 4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
Another piece of good news for firefighters, it is going to be cooler this weekend. Our highs today were in the 90s over a good portion of the region, down from the triple digits of earlier this week. And it's going to be a very cool night tonight in the 40s and 50s. Unfortunately, got to keep those windows closed. If it isn't smoky at your house yet, it will be soon. Our highs tomorrow will be in the 70s in Bonners Ferry. 80s will be common elsewhere, back closer to average. Little bit of hope for some precipitation coming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Best chance will be Monday night and into Tuesday, and that is the remnants of what is now Category 4 Hurricane Hillary, which is expected to have terrible impacts over parts of Southern California up through the desert Southwest, potentially making landfall as a tropical storm near San Diego. A tremendous amount of rain. By the time it reaches us, it will just result in an increase in relative humidity. That's good news for firefighters, and hopefully some rain. So we're rooting for Hillary to do little damage there and bring some of that moisture to the north. A cheerful photo for you tonight on a grim news day. This beautiful picture from Ron Burdick. I love the detail on this flower and a busy bee doing its thing. A hopeful end to the weather forecast. Kirsten.
And a quick break from our Fire Watch coverage tonight. The Eastern Washington Eagles set to host their first scrimmage of fall camp. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti will give us an update on the status of the practice tomorrow afternoon.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
Together.
Juntos.
Together.
We stand up to cancer.
On Saturday, August 19th, join Stand Up to Cancer for all the inspiration.
Together, we can stand up for our family and friends and everyone who is battling this disease.
All the laughter.
We're here to teach you how to conduct a self-exam.
I thought I was getting a massage.
Right away you are.
Celebrating all the progress and innovation.
So just stand up with us.
One night to save lives. Join the millions in the fight against cancer. Tune in Saturday, August 19th at 8, 7 Central.
Send them back to school looking and seeing their best. Get premium eyewear and A+ patient care from the experienced team at Shopko Optical. Cross off eye exams on your back-to-school checklist. Schedule their comprehensive exam today.
When occasional heartburn won't let you sleep, get fast relief with new Tums Plus Heartburn Plus Sleep Support. Love food back and fall asleep faster.
It's a summer roundup. This week at Cal, over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low like a stampede of savings.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Trade up to a better set of wheels while you lower your monthly payment. Plus, special financing was brought in so you can get a fun new ride for summer.
And $44 down is all you need.
During the summer roundup this week at Cal.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
Well, the Seattle Mariners were coming off a heart-pounding series out in Kansas City that saw them somehow take 3 of 4 from the last place Royals and slide into that final wild card spot. But the test got much tougher this weekend as they started a 3-game series out in Houston. Well, let's just get right to it. In the third, on the very first pitch of the inning, the hottest player in baseball strikes again, Julio Rodriguez, with a shot to left, 414 feet for the home run. This guy's on a roll, 13 hits in the last 3 games alone, 2 of those home home runs, and the Mariners are really benefiting from that performance. On the mound, Bryce Miller was dealing in the fourth, a bit of a jam with runners on second and third, but gets John Singleton swinging to end the inning. Miller goes 6 innings and without giving up a run, allows just 2 hits. Then in the 6th, M's need an insurance run, and they get it from Mike Ford. This home run to right helps to make it a 2-run ball game, and that's his first home run in almost a month. Then to the 9th, Astros have the winning run at the plate, but Andres Munoz to close, and Yonder Diaz grounds out into the double play to end the game. Seattle has now won 4 in a row and currently stands a half a game ahead of the Blue Jays for that final wild card spot.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the year, all we're looking to do is win a game. Personal stuff's not a big thing, and the clubhouse vibe right now is awesome. It's kind of what you saw last year from afar, when I wasn't here and they were really rolling. So it's been a lot of fun to be a part of this year, and hopefully we keep rolling.
I've been watching Major League Baseball for a long, long time. Julio's he's going really good. It's as good as I've seen a player. The power, the speed, driving the ball, doesn't matter what pitch it is. He's on fire, and we've talked about when he gets on fire, he can really carry us, and it's fun to watch right now.
And the Eastern Washington Eagles will be opening or have their first scrimmage of fall camp. They've already been in practice for the last couple of weeks out at Roos Field. But this practice won't be a full 4 quarters tomorrow. The team's only going to take around 70 snaps on the afternoon, and the Eagles are just 15 days away from their season opener against North Dakota State out in Minneapolis. Now, as of right now, the scrimmage is scheduled to start on time tomorrow afternoon, but because of the fires in the region, that could potentially change. But I wouldn't expect that air quality to be healthy for the players either way. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
92.9 CCU.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, including an entire city block full of used recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. Plus, all vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in with great financing options. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
You feel like summer, baby, dancing in the lobby. Still catching feelings for you. Feelings for you.
Hey! Start your day with Good Morning Northwest and
Good Morning America.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Back to the current evacuation orders for the wildfires in our area as they stand at this hour in Elk. A wildfire there is growing. The area that we told you at the start of this newscast that was a level 2 is now a level 3. So take a look back at your screen if you're in Elk, Washington. If you're in this area shaded in red, you need to leave the area now and get to safety. And this is a reminder of where people in and near Medical Lake are still being told to leave overnight and stay out of the area. We are continuing to hear about evacuation orders changing by the minute with the Medical Lake fire. So continue to check KXLY.com if you don't have the 4 News Now app. check KXLY in the App Store. You can get notifications sent straight to your phone. Crews are continuing to work through the night, and I-90 is shut down in certain areas. So that's another thing to continue to monitor. We'll be tracking the state of the fires in our area through tomorrow. And we do want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker and Alex Crescenti again here for the end of the broadcast to talk about just what we've seen throughout the night.
Well, it's been terrible, terrible scenes. The winds are dying down. That is good news. But the air quality around the region is terrible and will be through the weekend.
And hopefully people will just stay inside.
That's the hope.
And let the fire crews do their jobs. Thank you to all of you who are on the fire lines.